Hi everybody, welcome if you haven't been here before, or welcome back if you have. I'm Jimmy and this is Jimmy's First Gen Mini Rescue. Now, today I'm not going to rescue a Mini, but I am going to help save our 300,000 mile plus, I think it's like 306,000, I'll put it down there, miles on our 2014 Subaru Forester. Today's video, I'll be changing the front struts on this car, or SUV, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to read the fortune from Fortune Cookie Wisdom, Words to Live By. It's a book I compiled, and I read a fortune every day, every video. Anyway, it says, you are a person of culture, cultivated. You are a person of culture, cultivate. I know what they want. They want you to say, yeah, you like Chinese food, buy more Chinese food and get these fortunes. That's what they want. No, honestly, I believe I am. I enjoy watching the travel channels, the different places. As you know, I traveled by sailboat for 5 months up and down the Caribbean chain. We started in Virginia, went all the way to the Caribbean, got down there. We had incidents and accidents and stuff all along the way and back. I wrote a book about it. Let me show you. I also wrote a book about that trip, which is called Set Sail Caribbean, 5 months on a 47-foot sailboat. And a friend of mine and I, we left Virginia, went to the different Caribbean islands. I don't know, one day I'm gonna count them, I'll know. But we went up and down the chain. We had people that came to visit for like a week at a time or 2 weeks at a time. Sharon came for 2 weeks. And then we came back home. So along that adventure, good stuff, bad stuff, everything is in this book. So if you want to pick it up, it's available on Amazon. It's not sponsored, but it's another book I wrote. Anyway, let's stick that down there. Today, here, I'll be changing the front struts on this car. They're original struts, and yeah, it's time. It's been time, actually. So, and I'm looking at the strut mounts on the top. They're looking a little torn. So, yeah, time to change them. I bought non-OEM equipment ones. I bought them from, let's look at the box. The box says Detroit Axle. That's also not a sponsor, but that's just the ones that I purchased. So I'm only going to show you one to save time. It's the same procedure on both sides. And as well as I've already got the car sitting on jack stands. I got my tools, my tool cart here that I modified, which I'll still be doing some more modifications to this tool cart. It's a Harbor Freight, again, not sponsored. It's very hot today in the next 2 days, but I need to get this done because we're due for an inspection this month, and I've only got 4 more days to the end of the month, so I can't procrastinate any longer. So I'm gonna get going. Okay, I'm going to show you this real quick. As you can see, there's a center line mark, vertical. Somebody already marked mine with a blue dot. But this is your adjustment bolt. So you need to make sure that this, when you go to realign or put your bolts back in, that blue, it's already marked blue. I did have a grease pencil where I was going to mark it, and I'll just add an extra mark. But it doesn't matter on here. There's a line on the strut because this stays with the strut. So that's the only one that you worry about. The bottom one you don't have to worry about. So those 2 bolts, you're going to take off your brake line bracket here, and you're going to pop out your wheel speed sensor. It's just a, like just take a pry tool and pop that out. And those are the things that you do down below. And then up top, you have 3 nuts here that have to be removed. Those are 12 millimeter. So I'm gonna knock that out and get back with you. Okay, like I said, it's very hot out here, but what I did was I took the 2 bolts off here and here. They're 19 millimeters, both sides. So you need a wrench and you need a socket. The top bolt is eccentric. That's what they use for the alignment. It has the only one that has a washer is the top bolt. And then, of course, I took the brake line. I have this strap around the caliper and the rotor just so that my axle doesn't come out. And I took the 3 bolts out of the top there. So now I have the new strut here. I'm gonna stick it up in place, put a couple of bolts from the top to hold it, just so that it would hold in place, and then I'll put it on the knuckle here. But like I said, it's super hot and the camera has been overheating. So it may shut off, but I'll try to show what I can show. I do have my fan here to try to cool off, but again, electronics. So if you see it, you see it. If not, then I'll explain once I get it back on. All right. Okay, right now, I have the 3 bolts just holding it in the top. They're not tight. I won't tighten them down completely. I won't torque those down until I get the car sitting on the wheels. It's only 15 PSI torque on those. But here, time to get the new strut in place. Okay, to hold it up so that I can line it up, I'm using my jack on the bottom of the ball joint there, and we'll put the eccentric in top. I just got to wiggle. There we go. Put the bottom. Let's see. Got to pull it out a little bit. There we go. Maybe a hammer with a quick tap. Don't hit the brake line. It's a brass hammer. Okay. Now I'm going to line up my blue mark, vertical. Well, I didn't want you to think I only did the one side, because the first one I did was the driver's side. And now, as you can see down here, it's brand new. This is the passenger side. It's done, it's complete. All I have to do is put the wheel on. Here's the old one there. The only thing you got to do here, I'm going to torque these to 15 psi once the car is on the ground, and you have to use your old caps here for that's the nut cap over the top. So you just use the nut. It had a sticker, that's what that is. It had a sticker telling you that that spring is under tension, but you should know that. Anyway, so that's it. I'm gonna put this wheel down, torque down those top bolts to 15 psi. Again, these two down here are 115. Your lug nuts are 89, but I do 90. And yeah, 15, 115 for these two, and then 89 for those. And that's it. Okay. I'm gonna close this one out. You don't need to see, all I gotta do is put the wheel on, torque that down. You've seen that hundreds of times. You've probably done it hundreds of times. And then, like I said, torque the tops to 15 psi. I have my smaller torque wrench here. The new bolts, the old ones were 12 millimeter. The new ones are 13. So, yeah, just to let you know that. And you might hear my fan running. I hope it didn't disturb you too much. But in these hot days, you gotta stay cool. You gotta stay hydrated. Now, you might see this black thing around that fan. That's a mister system, like you would use, to mist some plants in your yard or whatever. But I put a circle around the fan, and I can plug it up to my water hose and turn it on and have a mist just around me. Believe it or not, that reduces the surrounding temperature by like 10, 15 degrees. So if you got a project and you got to do it outside, and it's summer, make yourself a mister fan, M-I-S-T-E-R, not, but mist, water mist, Okay, anyway, so that's it. My cart worked out great. For some of you who've seen, I got a video. I don't know if I put it out before this video or after, but where I modified my Harbor Freight tool cart. And when I say modify, the only thing I really did was painted the top shelf, the bottom shelf, and inside the drawer with the truck bed liner spray rattle can paint. And I put like 3 coats on the top, 3 coats on the bottom shelf, and only 2 coats inside the drawer, because the drawer came with one of those foam inserts that they do. So, I figured it only needed 2 coats, and mainly for the sides, but it makes it feel more solid. There's 1 or 2 more upgrades that I'm gonna do. I did buy the, how can I do this here? The tool holder here. And I have the power strip that I put on, and a couple of extra magnets for hanging stuff. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna close this one out. I wanna thank y'all for watching. I just got distracted, a hummingbird. I got bee stuff to do back there. Those are beehives, because I'm a beekeeper. Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees, but, check it out on YouTube. Anyway, so that's it. Thank y'all for watching. Another episode of the Subaru series in Jimmy's First Gen Mini Rescue. Thank y'all, and have fun with your Minis, your Subarus, and customizing your tool carts if that's what you want to do. All right, bye y'all.